Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Set up. 10-2 stop. 54 Mike. Go. Go. Ready.
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it. Couldn't get it. And it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I'm coming. Check 52. Get it.
This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. They'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like. Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Roethlisberger. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target, and it's 3rd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. And this is caught, that they say, out of bounds. That would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to file find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
2nd and 13. His throw incomplete. The rookie from Michigan there defensively. That's Devin Bush making the play.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There was nothing available there for him.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be... And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carlos Dunlap able to record his 5th sack of the season. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh 1st.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
When you get your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. On 2nd and goal, Roethlisberger. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know. On
1st down, he'll drop to throw. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Here we go. Set. 10 Nova. All day, dog. Check safety. Check safety. Be careful. Be careful.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now Roethlisberger on first down. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, you need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Hey, exit. Switch. Jack 16.
2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. He was over 100 receiving last week. He's over 100 now this week as he's got a first down as well. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Hey, Orbit.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Roethlisberger will throw. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Here's Roethlisberger going top shelf. This is caught inside the 15 and all the way down to the 5. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. 42 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. To throw here, Roethlisberger. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Greystone, travel. Ready?
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output-wise, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns. But, of course, there was a reason for that. He was battling a toe injury the second half of the season. And, boy, did the Bengals miss his presence. They limped to the finish line, losing 7 of their last 8. They are happy to have him back and healthy. He's got his man, Boyd. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use momentum to launch another one.
And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, able to record his 5th sack of the season from the 15 now after the sack. It's 3rd and goal. They'll set up a throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And Bullock will put this one through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they do get to 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. It's caught by Coleman. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that is going to set up a... Okay, Coach. Well, with the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Set up, 60 or. What's the run? They're running it. Check. 6-6, bullet, high five.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got Green. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll look to throw here. Open man is Higgins. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon, down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Green brings it in. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 15-yard line. Now, that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
Who was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Now Roethlisberger. Going to get this to his rookie. That's Andy Isabella. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again is Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Ready? Black 20. Right there in the middle. 55. Watch QB drop. Watch QB corner. 55. Check 55. Mike. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Throwing now. Roethlisberger on first down. Over the middle. Hauled in by Smith-Schuster. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches.
And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Josh Bynes gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Defensively, they better figure something out. Opening drive, he already has 4 catches.
And if you have to figure out how to stop him defensively, that usually means you weaken your defense. That means that now the offense is doing the dictating, and they should have other things open up as well.
That ball complete to Isabella. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 7-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Roethlisberger to throw. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Mixon with a first down carry. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call. And they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
They run for it with Mixon. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Denied on 4th down is Joe Mixon. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
First down, Pittsburgh.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Hey, Charlie, here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. Pass incomplete. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works a defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. 30. 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 for a Bengals TD. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. But they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the pick-6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Okay, baby, let's go. Let's go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Nice hit, boy.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on second down. Roethlisberger looking deep downfield. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. Johnson, the intended target. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll drop the throw. This pass complete to Higgins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. They'll set up the screen here to mix him. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
He'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Roethlisberger now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down. Here's Roethlisberger. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards.
1st down, Pittsburgh.
Blue 30. Check, watch 54, watch 54. It's outfield.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It's 2nd down and 10.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target. And now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll throw now on the final play. And that is incomplete. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set and ready to go for the 2nd half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Roethlisberger. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Black 20. 57. Come on. 50. Black is
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Eluding the pressure right. Ebron with it over the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. 2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Roethlisberger now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Ben to throw again. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he's hauled away down to the 6-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. To throw again is Roethlisberger. The quick slant caught. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Hey, high 7. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Let's go.
On 3rd and goal, Roethlisberger to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. On the run, it's Mixon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Tackle there by Clay Matthews.
You can't block me. Get.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Caught by Allen. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone.
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Boswell good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Gets fielded in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2nd and 9 now. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward able to record his 5th sack of the season. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that?
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
It's a gain of 9.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. He completes it to Boyd. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the 1st. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll give it to Mixon. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touch. And he is in! Touchdown, Bengals! Joe Mixon with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a 1-score game in the 4th. So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way, but I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in a big chunk.
But incomplete on that try. 12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh 1st. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. Now the Bengals going to use the 1st of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. 77.
Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Throwing now is Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
All right, now, black 20, 50. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a gain of 15, and that ought to just about put an end to this one.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away.
Matchbox lights. Watch twins. Watch twins.
It's Coleman here. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it. This is Conner. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Hey, Zoo. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. Here we go, G. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. Shoot.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home and split our road games. That's what you're trying to get done. So you're exactly right. A road win, precious, especially within the division.
So for the Steelers, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Day.